welcome back. This is Fox, the next installment in our Anno 1800 Let's Play. If you're aware of the issues that we've been going on with Anno since the GU13 update, it's pretty much put my playthrough on hold. They have resolved the issues with the forest density. My clipping orchards in the old world are now working perfectly, which is a massive bonus, which means I can start playing again. But they've introduced other bugs where the statistics screen is not displaying how much oil, gas or fuel we're using. Also, the shopping arcade's not registering how much items they're using, which is another massive pain. So I may have to put my playthrough on hold again for a little while until they resolve these issues. It's just too... It is doable, trying to calculate all of the oil and stuff manually and write it down per island, but I know the islands I've got up and running are done, but setting up new islands would be a huge pain. So yeah, for now I've got a few videos in mind that I can do in the meantime while I iron these bugs out. For now we are going to be going over the new world. It's done, question mark. The only little space I've got left, excuse me, is on this island over here. It's called Rubber 1. It's being used for citrus at the minute, so we'll call it Citrus 2. I need roughly another 100 tons of citrus to get me all the citrus I need for this playthrough. I would definitely be able to fit this on this island here. There is a chance that I can clip some resin orchards in the Cape when I redo that, because that's all got to be redone because I just not happy with it. The population islands over there need redoing, so I may be able to clip some resin orchards throughout the population on the medium islands in the Cape to give me some more citrus. That's why I am not planning this out until that is done. When I go back and rework the Cape, work out how much citrus we're making as a whole from the old world being generated as byproducts, then we can fill the rest in here and then fill the rest in with plantains making grapes. But yeah, for now, before we get started with this video, can you please give this a thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Come join the Discord, link in the description. Follow me on Twitch. I will be streaming very soon. I say that every time I make a video, but we are ready to move imminently. I'm literally just waiting for a date. Got everything set up, got a new soundboard, everything, dual PC set up, good to go streaming. So let's work our way through these islands one by one. This top one in the right hand corner, I've called this fish oil. This originally was dedicated to making fish oil for my shopping arcades. All of my shopping arcades, the one making the lipstick, which is a drugstore, needs fish oil. I also need a lot of fish oil for other things in the new world, but this island only, the fish oil is dedicated to shopping arcades. I'm also making 74 tons of tallow on this island, 65 tons of grapes, 153 tons of potatoes, red peppers which we're not needing, 23 tons of gold bars, a load of bananas and a load of grapes. The bananas and the grapes obviously are... The bananas are being binned on this island. I'm not making any sugar on this island. The bananas are being binned. The grapes are going to the cognac production. You'll see this theme throughout all of my New World islands. If I've got any space, I'm making plantains. They are heavily boosted. I've done an island on one of my dedicated banana islands, which is this one. This is dedicated to me making bananas and then sugar. The bananas are being turned into fried plantain caissons mixed with fish oil, and then these specialists are making me the sugar. Gennaro Garibaldi, Charlotte the Chocoholic, Ferras, just to boost the overall production and increase the amount of sugar that we are making. This island bananas too, I have done a video on this covering this in its entirety. We go over all of the items that are made, what they are being used for and where they are going. I'll put a link in the card at the top here to that if you're interested. Yeah, apart from the fish oil here, these are all heavily boosted. I have got videos for everything now pretty much on how I do these setups. I have a ultimate fish oil guide set up for the new world in my playthrough from well over a year ago now. Again, link in the description if you want to see that. It shows you how I set these fish oil fisheries up. You can get massive boosts on these. Suffice to say, we're boosting them with Trade Union and a Harbour Master's Office. There is also an ability to boost these even more with two zoo sets. One of them is Teeming Lakes. That's these three items. If we go to the Crown Falls, I can show you what they do. I haven't got it set up on that island because I was making more than enough fish oil for what I need. Teeming lakes. Right, why did I set this up? Here. So these are the two zoo sets, if you like, that can boost fish oils or any coastal buildings. That's why I've got them in here, because they're boosting my quartz mines. Ocean predators. 10% boost, minus 5% workforce. It's only a small boost, but when you add it up with everything else, it really does help. Then we've got the teeming lakes. This is a flat 20% productivity boost. So with these two items on there, you can get a 30% boost and a slight reduction in workforce. Fish oil, yeah. The good thing about fish oil is with the specialists you use, you generate a lot of extra goods. As I say, I went over that in the video. You can generate tallow, gold, and then more tallow, plus getting a really, really big boost. 50% from this one, 40% from this one. This one is just a workforce reduction. Quickly, the items that I use in the trade union are to reduce workforce again and another boost. Yeah, apart from that, this island is dedicated solely to making grapes, and it does a very good job. It's making me 124 tons of grapes. I mean, massive island, but we're not using space in the old world, which is what we need, because the way to make grapes in the old world is a huge pain. We'll be covering that in a later video. I've decided to go down the grapes from bread route, which is, as I said, a massive pain. Excuse me. Then we go on to this one. This is called Citrus 1. As you can tell, this is dedicated to making me solely citrus. This is making me 275 tons of citrus a minute. They only need Honoleros, so very easy to supply them with. All of the houses in the old world, most of their goods is being imported. The only thing you can't import is ponchos, I believe. So ponchos, I would imagine, are being made on the island. Yeah, I'm making 4 tons of ponchos on this island. I'm actually making the plantains on this one as well, but we are making a gajillion tons of plantains a minute on our Banana 2 island, which we'll cover in a bit. Everything else that these need, I mean, Honoleros, that's it. The rum is being imported from the island, making the plantains as well, because we get that as a byproduct. So these islands are very, very easy for me to set up. All I literally need is to plop a poncho down, an alpaca, and then everything else is being made already on other islands, so I can just ship it around. So yeah, nothing too crazy about these. The 3 items that reduce forest density, which is Get Rich Quick Volume 1, Optimized Pruning, and the Hand Pollination Method. So together, these give a grand total boost of, let's find one that's at max output. I think it's 280-ish. No, nowhere near 100. This is 25, 125, 140, 155, 160, 197. The working conditions of boost to a point where the Honoleros are just happy. So we've got an increased working boost of 37%. So we're nearly at 200% for these. I also have the museum set of Bronze Age. You've got to have this on your island. This produces extra goods at a rate of 1/10. Anytime you're using any lumberjacks' huts, hunting cabin, quarries, and all orchards. So quarries, this affects sand mines, all of your... Does it affect? It must affect clay deposits and things like that. I should have checked. It's not something I use it for. I only mainly use it for my orchards and my sand. Yeah. Citrus 1, nothing fancy. Just spam the trade unions. I probably could have done this a bit better and tried to clip these, but 275 tons out of a medium island like this with loads of shitty rivers, that is going to be a pain to use as production for farms and stuff. Very, very easy choice for me to use this for citrus. We then go down here. This is my favourite island in the game by far. This Horseshoe Island is absolutely massive. You've got so much space. This is being made to make me my celluloid. Now this is all of the celluloid I'm going to be needing in the game is going to be made on this island. This is making me 319 tons of celluloid in a minute. Now this consumes an awful lot of stuff. It consumes 300 tons of cotton. Link in the description or another card up here to that where I get cotton from Embessa. I have done a total overview video of this island as well. It's called Celluloid Boss. Again, another card in the top. I'm going to keep posting links to all of these before. If you've came here just for this general, if you wanted to see a completed overworld and that's what brought you here, then I have videos covering virtually everything on these islands. I'm in the process of sending a ship over with these items. I'm going to swap these over now. I was using the Captain of Industry to boost the workforce, but if we put the papal paper of dispensation in, when the people move in, we do actually get more workforce and we are decreasing the chance of illness. Captain of Industry gives us a really big boost. It's plus 40% workforce, but you get a 60% chance increase of illness. I was getting a lot of problem with illness on these islands over here, so we're going to be swapping out Captain of Industry for the papal paper dispensation. Now the workforce is going to drop down now.
Every day a step
because
back.
The happiness has dropped also. I'm going to have to slightly reduce the amount we are boosting these obreros. It's going up slightly. We're on -4. 4. -4. -4. So I slightly need to reduce this. This is at 0, so we are going to be making slightly less celluloid now. 285, that's quite a lot. So I may need to bring something over here, like a zoo set or something that can increase the happiness, because the Captain of Industry wasn't doing anything. Papal paper reduces the workforce, reduces the happiness by -4. So I'm going to have to bring a zoo set over here to bring up the happiness, but I should be able to squeeze one in somewhere, just to boost that back up so we can get that back to the plus 20, whatever it was. We'll leave it on the 21 for now. Yeah, we'll come back to that. There are many zoo sets and things of the like that you can bring in to boost happiness. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but yeah, we'll do that in a bit. So Celluloid Boss, oof, what an island. Look at all the workforce. We've got 13,000 jobs on this island. We're going to have a lot more workers than that in the end. I may even be able to delete this small cluster of Onaleras over here, introduce some more chemical plants, making the celluloid to make up for that small gap we've got. These are lacking ethanol. There's none in store. So we're just going to check this live while we're here, while we have no ethanol. There should be more than enough ships bringing that in. We may simply just need more ships to keep up with production, because I'm damn sure this island is full. It is. So yeah, we're just going to bring in a couple more ships on that trade route just to keep the ethanol flowing. I should have a couple here. Yes. Leads an awful lot. 310 tons a minute we are now. Needs 310 tons of camphor wax. I'm slightly down on the camphor wax here, but if we go to all islands, you can see I'm making enough. I am producing a tiny bit of it on bananas 4. This tiny cluster here was boosting the amount that we needed on this island to get it all finished. This is a perfect island in my eyes. Pretty damn good. Every square inch is saved. Again, the only thing we are producing on here is the ponchos. Everything else is being imported. I'm trading for the tortillas, the coffee, the bowler hats, sewing machines, yeah, and cigars. The rum is being made on bananas too from the sugar factories. Near on Perfect Island, we're also producing a shed ton of fish oil here, which is going to bananas too to be turned into sugar. We are making 211 tons of fish oil on this island using the setup that I mentioned earlier. So yeah, all is good. Then we're going to come down to here. This is sugar. This is dedicated to making me the extra sugar that I need for my cognac. Obviously, most of it is being made on bananas too, over on this island. We're making 340 tons of sugar on this island. I can't remember how much I needed overall. Suppose I could get the calculator up quick. Show you guys. So sugar globally, I needed 838 tons. That's not right. That's taking into account something else. It's way more than I needed. How much sugar are we making globally? We're making 715 tons a minute and I need 691. I don't know what that sugar's taken into account. That must be taken into account, I don't know, chocolate. Doubt it. But yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. Anyway, believe me, I'm making enough sugar. So any sugar that I'm not being made on Bananas 2, and I've got another island down here. Same deal as Bananas 2. This is making me bananas for grapes and then sugar again. This is making me 158 tons. Anything that I didn't have enough, this is all using the fish oil around the New World. After that, obviously, I needed more sugar. I've just done the straight bog standard sugar setup, which is sugar cane and sugar refineries. There's been done a video of this island. 150 tons of sugar on this island. So all in all, this is a very, very productive island. Again, we're making bananas into grapes, 84 tons of grapes, 150 tons of sugar, some various byproducts. Also, I'm making 300 tons of felt. Now, I could have traded for this felt, but it's amazing how much space felt doesn't take up. You can see I'm using this little cluster of alpacas, this cluster of poncho darners, whatever they're called, felt producers. This is making me all the felt that I need for my toys, whatever it is that needs it, billiard tables, for my whole save. Just on this little bit here. I would probably got about 40 tons of grapes out of this, if that. Maybe 35, 40 tons of grapes at a push out of that. So I think it was a good sacrifice, just good utilisation of an island. People are probably going to disagree with me because you can just trade for felt, but squeezed it in there. Felt production done. Constant supply. It's not taking up any trade routes, not taking up any trading slots in docklands in the old world. I'll happily sacrifice these two little bits of one island to make me all the felt that I need. We then come down to Bananas 3. I've just briefly touched on this. This is virtually a copy of Bananas 2. It is essentially plantains being turned into fried plantains. The plantains in themselves are making me grapes. Fried plantains are then making me sugar. Now this sugar is being sent to Cognac. This is a very, very busy island now. We'll quickly have a look at it. Cognac, it's all going off. Making grapes here from bread. Loads of ships coming in and out, picking the cognac up, delivering the grain, taking the bread away. I'm using the blimps to deal with the bread just to bin it off. Grain is good. I'm making nearly 100 tons of grapes on this island from these bakeries that are here. Bearing in mind before, this whole bit was filled with grapes and I was only making 100 tons. So I should almost be able to make about 180 tons of grapes from the same amount of space, so almost doubling grape production by doing it this method through bakeries. Plus I'm making a shed ton of chocolate which I'm transporting around and giving it to the investors, free chocolate. Bananas 2 is done. This small island is still as of yet undecided what to do with it. This was making me cotton to bolster my cotton from my ethanol island, but this is dead now. I could use this for citrus maybe. Yeah, still undecided. Don't really need it, to be fair. Bananas 3 we've done. This is Bananas 4. This is an island dedicated just to making bananas and sugar. This is doing the tiny little bit of camphor wax that I said we needed for my celluloid island. Not much going on here. 56 tons of grapes, that's all. Yeah, again, a really weird island with rivers in. I did pretty well spanning the rivers and getting trade union coverage to span the rivers to make use of all the space. This island now, ethanol. This is making me 610 tons of ethanol. Now this is more than enough ethanol to support the celluloid island which we looked at earlier. So whatever's left is being shipped over to Crown Falls and being used to make my lacquer. Chemical plant lacquers. I use an awful lot of ethanol. On this island, I need 630 tons of ethanol. You can see we're making 150. Roughly 300 tons of ethanol from the new world is being shipped over here. I've got a constant supply of ships coming over here to supply my lacquer. Again, this video I've covered in great detail previously in this playthrough. I'll put a card up here now for that. We then go to chewing gum. I wanted to do a video of this totally, but we'll just squeeze it in on this one. I'd need a very, very little amount of chewing gum because of the specialists I'm using in town halls. I'm using the Blue Skies guy. Sorry, his name is eluding me. I'm using Blue Skies delivery service. He supplies the residents, if they've got a department store, furniture store or drugstore near Field, they're provided with chewing gum, billiard tables and violins. So the only people that I need to supply with billiard tables, chewing gum, violins are the people in between the town hall clusters. Now, where possible, I've filled these spaces with production, and you can see bicycle factories, mines and shopping arcades, but globally I worked out I'm going to need about 60 tons of chewing gum. So we set up a small little island over here making that. Now this island is making me 64 tons of chewing gum. They're actually quite straightforward. They need rubber. This is being traded for in an old world and shipped over. Sugar, I decided to make it on island, and then cinnamon. Cinnamon is in this tiny little cluster here. Same deal, 3 items that reduce forest density so you can cram more around a trade union. Sugar is being made the traditional way via sugar cane and sugar refineries. You can see cinnamon is at 64 tons a minute, sugar is at 63 tons a minute, or 1 ton less. I don't think I'm going to need all of this chewing gum anyway, because I've planned for like 9 million investors. Well, I think the overall global population is going to be just shy of that, so we are going to be able to shrink this down, make more grapes here if need be. Yeah, chewing gum plant, chewing gum, chemical plant, chewing gum, these can be clipped. So because there was such a small area, I set up 4 trade unions, so we've got 4 being clipped, so they're getting double the effect of the double redundancy. So you can see the 4 on the intersections between the 2 trade unions are being clipped. This one, this one, this one, and this one. The rest are just filled in amongst the trade unions to get to the number that we needed. The only item that these can use is the double redundancy. You get a flat 50% boost for that. And it is an increase in workforce, but for a 50% increase in production, for only a 30% increase in workforce, it saves a lot of space. Increases the maintenance cost by half, but you're getting half the production again in the same space. So not the best item in the world, but it's the only one we've got to work with these chemical plants in the new world, so you have to use it. Sugar refineries, these are at 0 workforce. I use a Ferras printing press and a bell.
We are out
They're
of
at
room.
total 0 workforce, so the sugar is boosted to its max. Sugar cane is at 0 workforce because of the items that I also use there. Fish oil again we're making here and shipping it off elsewhere. Again, very good little productive island. Fish oil, we're making 100 tons of fish oil just from this little cluster here. And this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fish oil
No more
factories
space
making me 100 tons of fish oil. Again, being shipped to one of the islands, making me the sugar from the plantain kitchens. Good little island. Very pleased with this. Tiny little excess in workforce, which is cool. These are all being boosted again. Let's go check back on Celluloid Island. See, the workforce for these Honolulu areas is shot right up now, so we may be able to delete some of these here. We can easily delete some of these here. And then maybe get another one of these in, so we can get the number back up to the 320 that we were. 15. Probably delete these as well. Get another another one in there. We should be somewhere there now. 317 tons. Yeah, as I say, I've been planning for 9 million, so let's just drop right down now. That's a pain. Can increase, turn some of these. Keep an eye on that. But yeah, celluloid done. Bananas 4 done. Ethanol done. Chewing gum done. This one we covered, citrus 2. The big one in the middle was bananas 2. I said there'll be a card for that. That's it, we've covered all of the islands in the New World. Citrus. Fish oil for the shopping arcades. Citrus. Celluloid. Sugar. Bananas. 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 Citrus 2, which is the one where I left some space in case I need to up the amount of citrus. Ethanol. And then the island dedicated to chewing gum, along with some other stuff. Yeah. 25 minutes, not bad. Any questions, please ask. Yeah. Come join the Discord. We've got real good groups over there now. We've got a load of people, like-minded people like me. We're constantly tossing ideas out, changing our mind how we're doing things to get the most out of the space. The main one being recently is grapes from bread. I didn't want to do it because it just uses so much grain. I'm shipping tens of thousands of tons of grain every minute to keep those bread factories going, but we'll do a full video on that when it's done, showing you how to do it, what goods I'm using to trade for the grain in the docklands, and how the logistics and everything is set up. But yeah, for now, as I said previously, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, join the Discord, follow me on Twitch. Yeah, see you in the next one.